True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report.
What's up, Blue Crew? Welcome back to True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report. I'm your host, bringing the hottest intel directly to you, the passionate fan. Before we dive into today's exclusive news, I need you to do something crucial for our community. Subscribe to the channel right now and hit that notification bell. Don't miss a single detail of our march toward history. Your subscription strengthens our Blue Nation. Let's get right into it. The confetti has barely been swept from the streets of Los Angeles after our glorious 2025 World Series conquest, our second consecutive title, a feat that cements this era as golden. But as you know, in the world of elite baseball, complacency is enemy number one. While we celebrate, the front office is already working at full throttle. The goal now is clear and audacious. The three-peat. We want to be the first organization since the 1998-2000 Yankees to achieve this dynasty. To do that, we need a cold, honest analysis of what happened in October. Yes, we won, but we weren't perfect. Far from it. My critical analysis, supported by recent data, points to worrying flaws that were masked by the heroism of Yoshinobu Yamamoto and our starting rotation. Offensively, our .203 average in the World Series is the lowest for a winning team since the 1966 Orioles. That is a red alert flashing right in our faces. We depended too much on the pitchers, and that is not sustainable for a three-year dynasty. The focal point of this offensive deficiency and what will be the center of discussions this offseason is the outfield. The Michael Conforto experiment was, to be blunt, a strategic disaster with an OPS of just .637 and not a single hit in the postseason. It became clear that this gamble didn't pay dividends. Teoscar Hernandez, on the other hand, brought the bat, but his defense proved to be a liability that elite teams exploit. This is where the name that is stirring up the back channels and the nostalgic hearts of our fan base comes in: Cody Bellinger. After spending his first 6 years with us and hoisting the trophy in 2020, Bellinger had a solid resurgence season with the Yankees in 2025. The numbers don't lie, a slash line of .072, 480 with 29 home runs and 98 RBIs. At first glance, it seems like the perfect marriage, the return of the prodigal son to fill exactly the gap we have in left field. The narrative is beautiful, and many of you have been asking me if it's time to bring Belly back home. However, my job here is to separate emotion from strategic market reality. Insider information circulating in league corridors suggests that this reunion might be more fan fantasy than a front office priority. We need to look at this with the seriousness that a three-peat demands, deepening our analysis with privileged information, reliable sources close to the organization, including reporter Fabian Ardaya from The Athletic, have thrown a bucket of cold water on this possibility. According to these sources, it would be a surprise to see Bellinger wearing Dodger blue again in 2026. Why this reluctance? Objective analysis suggests that the front office might be looking for a different profile, or perhaps aiming for bigger fish. Our evaluation system is rigorous, and while Bellinger's numbers with the Yankees were good, the front office may have concerns about the long-term sustainability of that performance or the cost-benefit of a large contract for a player whose fluctuations we already know well. If not Bellinger, then who? The market officially opens its doors on November 7th, and we have a heavyweight name available, Kyle Tucker. He just became a free agent following our World Series victory and represents the tier of elite talent the Dodgers have never been afraid to pay for. Tucker will demand an astronomical contract, no doubt, but his consistency and production ceiling might be what we need to ensure our offensive average doesn't plummet again in decisive moments. Furthermore, we cannot ignore the bullpen. Dave Roberts clearly didn't trust his relievers during the World Series, using starters in relief situations. That is an improvisation that works once, but it doesn't build a dynasty. The strategy this offseason needs to be aggressive and surgical. An elite outfielder who brings certainty, not just nostalgia, and bullpen reinforcements that allow Roberts to manage games without panic. My conclusion is direct. While Bellinger's return warms our hearts, the Dodgers operate with the coldness necessary to win. The trend indicates they will seek the safest and most statistically explosive option, even if it costs more. The focus is the three-peat, not sentimental reunions. Now, I want to hear from you, Dodger fan. What is your opinion on this strategic move? Do you prefer the nostalgia and known talent of Cody Bellinger? Or do you believe we should open the vault for a superstar like Kyle Tucker to guarantee the dynasty? Leave your opinion in the comments below. I want to know the pulse of our fan base. If you value this in-depth, no-nonsense analysis, make sure to like this video and share it with other members of the Blue Crew. Let's keep the conversation high level. Stay tuned to True Blue Nation Dodgers Report for all updates as soon as the market opens. Until next time.